Today we're going to be talking about 10 facts that you probably did not know about Knuckles the Echidna. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. The first fact, Knuckles was only meant to be just a supporting character and not a main character like Sonic the Hedgehog or even Tails miles per hour. Knuckles the Echidna is obviously a main character and he's shown a lot within the Sonic franchise, whether that be TV shows, movies, or video games. In early productions, Knuckles the Echidna, his first depiction, which was Sonic 3 and Knuckles, he was initially only supposed to be a supporting character. He was going to be part of the main story, however, he was going to be what the name basically implies, which is a supporting character. If you know what a supporting character is, character that Sonic most likely interacts with in the game, that is about it. I don't want to say that is a background character, however, it is definitely not a playable character or a significant character. For example, characters from franchises like Grand Theft Auto, where there is a ton of supporting characters that the main playable character interacts with throughout the story. However, they are not a main character and they are not characters who would typically be playable. Number 2, Knuckles the Echidna originally spoke with a Jamaican accent. If you look closely at Knuckles' shoes, or some like to say they are actually sandals, they are colored red, yellow, and green. And if you notice, they will actually resemble the Jamaican flag. This was definitely not done by accident. Knuckles initially was based off of a Jamaican descent, meaning his overall appearance is supposed to resemble basically anybody who is Jamaican, alongside with his shoes being the color of Jamaican flag. Actually, fun fact, if you look at Knuckles' voice by Idris Elba in Sonic Movie 2, you will notice he has that accent that a lot of people anticipated for him to have in the beginning. And this is because Knuckles is based off of Jamaican descent and his original voice was supposed to be something very similar to Idris Elba in Sonic Movie 2. Next one is going to be Knuckles the Echidna is very trusting. As hard-headed and much of a Knuckles might seem like sometimes, he's actually one of the most trusting characters of all time, and he basically is gullible and falls victim to a lot of different characters, especially Eggman, who tricked Knuckles plenty of times throughout the Sonic franchise, got Knuckles to be on his side, until Knuckles of course later learned a lot of people should not be immediately trusted and betrayed by Eggman later on in whatever Sonic content you might be watching. The next fact about Knuckles that you probably did not know is going to be Knuckles the Echidna's fur patch on his torso, which we definitely already confirmed here on the channel that this is a fur patch and not a tattoo. This fur patch was supposed to be a Nike logo in Sonic 3 and Knuckles as a collaboration and promotion between Sonic the Hedgehog franchise and Nike. The deal between Sonic the Hedgehog franchise and Nike fell through at the time before the release of Sonic 3 and Knuckles, so the whole idea of the Nike collaboration between Sonic and Nike was scrapped, and they already designed Knuckles the Echidna by that time, and they did not want to make too many changes that were too far from that, so they decided to keep the fur patch or Knuckles the Echidna instead of a Nike logo. Obviously, they could not do that anymore because the whole thing was scrapped. They decided to make present design on Knuckles' torso, which is still held to this very day, as that is still on his torso, and to be honest, I think it looks amazing and I have no issues with that being on his torso. Number 5. Knuckles the Echidna has rarely ever been seen in his super form. We know Sonic the Hedgehog, even Shadow the Hedgehog, obviously we have seen them in their super form, and this is when they collect all 5 Chaos Emeralds and use the Emerald's power to transform into their super form. As we all know, Super Sonic and Super Shadow, and in their super forms, that is when they are basically OP and they turn, of course, yellow or gold. Knuckles the Echidna never really been seen in his super form, and assumingly that if Knuckles becomes super, his quills most likely will be pointed upward upwards and he will be a yellow or gold color. The reason for this is because Knuckles the Echidna does not believe using the Chaos Emerald's power because he feels like his importance and his purpose is to only guard the Master Emerald, guard its powers and protect them rather than use them or abuse them, so to say, to turn into some sort of super or hyper Knuckles. Number 6. Knuckles the Echidna has an affinity for the earth element. If you notice Knuckles the Echidna, his abilities and what he does, basically an affinity for earth. He is amazing at digging and climbing walls and has no issues with lifting heavy objects or breaking through rocks. Number 7. Knuckles the Echidna is as strong as Sonic is as fast. While Knuckles is not as fast as Sonic, which is kind of contradicting because if you watch Sonic movie 2, you can clearly see Sonic running just as fast as Knuckles the Echidna, even Tails flying as fast as both of them. But a lot can argue that all three characters are just as fast as each other unless Sonic can run at super speed and Knuckles and other characters cannot. That is of course a debate for a different video. Knuckles the Echidna honestly is as strong as Sonic is as fast. Sonic's superpower, one of them is definitely being able to run at the speed of sound, and Knuckles the Echidna is very strong, and that is definitely where his strong suits are. A lot of people will argue that he is definitely not as fast as Sonic, and maybe what we saw in the Sonic movie just was them pacing at the same speed, and Sonic really deep down inside is a lot more faster than what was showed to us, or Knuckles really is as fast as Sonic. But again, we'll definitely be talking more on whether all the characters are as fast as each other or not. Number 8. Knuckles is a skilled treasure hunter. Knuckles is basically known as top-notch treasure hunter and even has something that is called treasure sense. Unlike other characters in the Sonic franchise, Knuckles has the ability to sense treasure in his feet. If you played games such as Sonic Adventure 2 or Sonic Adventure 1, you will know that all of the Knuckles missions were about treasure hunting. Number 9. Knuckles is an expert swimmer. Sonic the Hedgehog has always felt out of place when he's around or in water, and a lot of people argue that real hedgehogs can definitely swim. However, Sonic being the superior hedgehog he is, why is he not able to swim? Now, we did cover that topic on a different video. Highly recommend you check it out. However, Knuckles is an expert swimmer. It is definitely a required skill that goes along for his love for treasure hunting. He's able to swim deep and maintain a level of speed while Sonic cannot. Knuckles being a treasure hunter, if you play Sonic Adventure 2, one of the missions, there is a part in the level where it is necessary to swim to be able to get to a certain part, to be able to collect one of the lost pieces of the Master Emerald. And while doing that, obviously Knuckles has to swim a lot to be able to even get to that part of the Master Emerald because it is buried deep inside, and you have to turn up the water levels to be able to swim to that certain part of the map. So this implies definitely that Knuckles the Echidna is a master swimmer. And the last one, and the not so least one, if you've already known this or not, we're definitely going to hit you with this one, and this one is going to be Knuckles the Echidna likes grapes. According to Sonic the Hedgehog 3, Knuckles, him being a mammal, Knuckles does have a favorite food, and it's going to be grapes. There's been a lot of instances throughout Sonic video games or TV shows where Knuckles is love for grapes, and I believe there was a sequence where Knuckles the Echidna mentioned he likes grapes.
Your society is full of soft and undisciplined weaklings. However, I do enjoy the planet's grapes. The grapes are delicious.
So that was my top 10 things that you probably did not know about Knuckles the Echidna. And of course, if you already knew all of this, some of this, or if you did not know any of this, I would love to know all of your thoughts on today's video down below in the comment section. And make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel and smash the like button, because we put nothing out but quality content here on this channel on a consistent basis. There is literally no excuse not to be subscribed, as this is the one-stop shop YouTube channel. And I want to thank every single one of you for tuning in. We will see you guys on the next video.